Hello, YouTube. It's me and AB going live right now. You're at home right now, AB? Well, apparently you're not in your truck.
Yeah, I'm chilling at home, man. Fixing to get busy, organize some stuff in the garage.
Why don't you just take a nap doing all that
No,
driving?
no, got things to do, brother. Things to do.
You're nonstop. We got Kelly Kaboo in the house. AB's in the house. That's you. Oh my God, I can't believe it. That just shows you how bad I feel right now. I'm sitting there looking like, oh, AB's in the house. I'm sitting there talking to you right now. Brother Mitchell's in the house. Once again, Brother Mitchell. Boom. Hey, AB. Lurking Sasquatch in the house. Hey, hey, hey. Denise Don't. Hey, everyone. Got to give everybody a shout out. I'm going to let you know all ahead of time. I feel like Dookie, and that's why I didn't do a live stream yesterday. And I still do feel like poo poo. And don't do me a favor. I can make it through this. You don't have to say we're praying for you, locked and loaded. You know, I got a strong relationship with the Heavenly Father, this and that. Nothing bad against prayers. I'll be all right. So I'm feeling under the weather and feel like garbage. Hello, Carol from Hello Locked and Loaded Family. Li Chick. Just wanted something on the coronavirus. It seems the U.S. is not being very transparent with it. Well, I watched a video with Blazing Press last night. Matter of fact, I could bring it up. Talking about the coronavirus, it says Costa Mesa, California seeks to block the transfer up to 70 coronavirus patients. Now, I sat there and I watched it, and there was only 6 Americans that were brought off of the coronavirus that were brought back home. And now there's 70 that they're trying to look for a place to put these 70 confirmed cases in these hospitals. Not even hospitals. They look like almost like dog shelters or whatever. They wanted to put them. They're working on putting them into a quarantine zone. So out of 6 Americans, where did the other 64 go? Or where'd they come from? You know, at first they said they were all coming from the coronal or the diamond. I can't even think straight. My brain is so fried right now.
Diamond Princess.
Yeah, the Diamond Princess. So 6 people that were infected from the Diamond Princess were brought to California. Now, Costa Mesa, if I'm saying it right, Costa Mesa, California seeks to block. Actually, they're fighting in court right now, and they are trying to get a restraining order on these 70 patients that are verified with coronavirus because they don't want them to come into their town. They don't want to be responsible for them, and that's some big news. So right there is 70 more coronavirus patients that have tested positive. Not they're not quarantined thinking, okay, well, there's a chance you can have it or whatever. They got positive results. Wow, this is not good news. And I definitely, they're definitely hiding the numbers. Absolutely. And I wish Watchman Project came up because he sent me an email this morning. And he said, "What are you going to do about this?" And I don't want to throw it out there already. But I'll give you a hint. Now these are messages that he got from somebody, I believe. But actual deaths, 98,000, and actual infected, 84 million. So those are the numbers that I actually believe. How you doing, Walter Davis? If you go back to AB, if you go back to Blazing Press, Did you? I don't know if you're not subscribed to
Yeah,
Blazing
I
Press.
am. I am.
Did you see the phone call that somebody pretended that they were a Chinese official from the government and then talked to the one of many crematoriums in Wuhan, and she said they were burning like 125 to 127 bodies a day, and she was furious because they didn't have enough people. They said they were working like 24-hour shifts. Um, Li Pick says thanks, Lock. Yeah, this is out of hand. Absolutely.
Well, it's not just that. It's other people are furious. They're not getting a proper burial either. You know, I can understand for a family member. That's not
that's
very
huge.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm
and
glad.
animals.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed. Oh, you saw the videos of people throwing out their animals out of the high rises. Because the government of China and Beijing, this and that. They're just a big communist country, but they said that you will be responsible to put your animal down because they say that the animals can carry the coronavirus. So people were panicking because they were locked, they were in quarantine, and they couldn't walk their dogs and this and that. They were pissing in, pardon my French, pissing and shitting in their condos.
House. Yeah.
Yeah, in their house. Yeah, some of them were throwing them out of 80-story buildings. Their dogs, their pet dogs. I
I
couldn't do that.
also I saw like a local province. We'll call it like here, the local sheriff's department maybe
Mhm.
was going around and they were just killing. I seen dogs. I didn't see cats or anything else, but walking around and just killing the dogs.
Right.
Right on the spot.
Well, they say the coronavirus is held by, it can be carried by uh, canines, meaning
Yeah.
dogs. Now, I don't know what they did to cats, but there was still people throwing cats out. But it
Also,
is,
man, you briefly talked about the report that Trump was uh, furious. We'll use the word furious that these
yeah,
people from
I'm
the
glad
from
you
the
pointed
cruise
that
ship
out.
was brought back here. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um.
Yeah, go ahead with it. That
He
story.
just. I mean, apparently he was informed they weren't coming back. This is what mainstream media said. Apparently he was not informed that they were coming back and mixing them also with infected people on the same plane.
Hmm.
And if we're going to assume that that's true. We don't know. Ass is in
Hmm.
front of assume. We're going to assume that information is true, and maybe he was not advised correctly, or maybe not. We don't know the truth.
Well, when it comes to the deep state and the globalists or whatever, a lot of people think that Trump is intermingled with them. To me, I can agree to disagree because
Yeah.
this is just my opinion. When it comes to the higher ups that are way above Trump, or whatever, and then you have certain people that are going to give data. Um, Trump, but you saw where Trump said, "This is where I'm starting to think that the peace plan might come into fruition." For the simple fact that Trump says, I need to get back to Washington. I need to help out Iran. I need to help out China. I need to help out all these different countries that are supposedly our enemies and not our allies. So this is just something I'm thinking. Um, AB, do you think that there's a possibility that our government, Trump, will do whatever he can to help um, countries that are not our allies? Um, And then when it comes to the peace plan, maybe they might say, hey, the United States helped us out, this and that. Maybe let's go for the peace plan if you're familiar with the peace plan. Because it says one peace, then sudden destruction. Um, we've got the Watchmen Project. I sent you a link if you want to jump up, if you're interested.
Well,
Better.
we both know. Everybody understands that this is a global economy. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of stuff is pumped out of China. Do they want their economy to crash? No. Do
Oh,
we? I mean, because it's huge. It's huge how much stuff is generated there. Is it going to change things where we try to pump up more here? I don't know. It needs to be, but also it can create Matter of fact, I had a friend of mine, a very large company. I'm not going to name the name, but he drives
Right.
for one of the big boys and hauls a lot of freight. And he said, "Man, I'm a little worried." And he hauls different stuff. I haul food mainly, refrigerated
Right.
product.
Right.
And
Yep.
he's hauling a lot of commodities that companies buy. And he called me this morning. He says, "I'm a little nervous." Now he's 29 years old, and he said, "What's your feel on it?" And I said, "Well, this is an election year. Election years are always weird when it comes to trucking, just the economy. Everybody's trying to figure out what's going on." And I told him, I said, "Look, you got to do what you got to do. If you feel like it's something bad, you got to protect yourself." Because he drives a team, and his partner, he was worried. He said, "I might have to spin off because his partner's a lot older, and he's like okay if he works or okay if he doesn't." And this guy's young, and he's like, "I
Right.
got to do what I got to do for my family." So we don't know. And I told him, I said, it could be, everything could slow down, and then again, this thing may get worse, and where it really, really, really affects us, because if they don't fix it, it's going to be a huge burden on shipment of products. If they get it cleaned up, and it's if they get it cleaned up,
Mm-hmm.
it'll resume in 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I don't know, but if they
Now,
don't, it's bad.
Watchman, real quick, I already sent you the link and same one to Brother Vern. But I like this, just basically what you're talking about. Scott Anderson said all economies are going
Yeah,
to
I'm reading them.
crash. There's going to be death everywhere, and every single um, political party on the planet will have to go into hiding. This is obvious. I don't like it. Don't want it. It's late, and that goes back to when it comes to biblical times. When it talks about these politicians, these big globalist elites, they're going to hide in the mountains and stuff, and they're going to go everywhere. No matter where they go, they're going to be. You can't hide from the wrath of God. I don't know if you're a believer or a non-believer, and if you are, that's great. If not, we still love having you.
I've got my faith. I've got my faith, and that's where, man, you talked earlier. One part of me is like, let's get this over with. Quit. It's like you can't squeeze blood out of a tournament, and they just turnip, and they keep coming with more and more stuff to keep people, scared. Watch this hand while the other hand's doing something. Who knows what? And I hope, Scott, I hope what you just said is, one part of me says, yeah, let's get it over with. One part of me says, man, there's going to be a lot of people that are nowhere near prepared, spiritually, mentally, physically, in their home to protect their families if it
Exactly.
gets that bad.
I'm telling you what, I felt. I still feel like crap to people who are just coming in. I felt so weak. I mean, we had a great live stream, and then I woke up in the morning. I only slept a few hours. I felt so weak. My throat sore. I got my cough or whatever. I know it's not the coronavirus, but I was thinking to myself when I was laying in bed and trying to go into the bathroom. I'm like, if this is how I feel when I got to protect my family, I'm screwed. You know what I mean? But like we talked about, there'll be a point when adrenaline kicks in. But holy
Yeah.
moly!
You might
Um,
have you might got infected by Double G, just watching Double G the other day. What is it,
double
glitter guy? You
glitter,
know,
yeah,
he might have infected you.
glitter, glitter glow. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Hope you feel better. Hey,
Let's
and
see. What's Jesse? Did
Jesse,
you read
what?
Jesse's comment?
Yeah,
Read Jesse's comment.
she said, Justin, my hubby and I both work retail, and no one is talking this seriously still where I live. Same thing with my wife. Right here, this is what they gave them. Right here. This is the only thing they did. And all it is something that you would find in your dictionary or whatever. Patients should be asked to wear surgical masks as soon as they are identified to be evaluated in a private room where the doors are closed.
Same. Yeah.
It's just garbage, man. It's garbage. And
Well, I'm not gonna steal Uncle Vern's thunder.
no,
And
you
I think there's may have been a lot of people that listened to his I see woman of wonder. I'm trying to remember her. Very, very good combo with her, and she's in the high end retail of buy and selling. She had a lot of great comments. And very educated lady. I mean, she had a lot of good information. So I won't steal Uncle Vern's thunder.
No, you're not
He can discuss more of that.
under. I didn't even know. That's my problem. I'm trying to keep up with everybody's channels, and even though Vern
You ain't
comes,
got to keep up my channel. Hey, you ain't got to keep up my channel. Guess what? I don't have one.
I know. Well, you do have a channel.
I don't get on there, man. I mean, I'm not doing anything. I help you guys out. Like I said the other day, I support and listen to what's going on and give my point of view, and we all three discuss and we
Right.
talk about these things. And it's different perspectives, different mindset. You know, I'm just a truck driver, but I'm like an intelligent, I guess. You know, half-ass smart truck driver. Here comes this guy. Look, this is the guy with the info.
Yeah, Watchman.
Oh no! Look, you guys won't believe what is happening right now.
Oh Lord!
All channels across the board, and it's happening to every true channel I know. Trap Town NCS, Trap Town XYZ, Trap Town, Trap Country, Trap City, Trap Nation. They make music, okay, and they came on to all channels. Okay, I got a video here of a guy that does a good example of what they're doing. Now, they have created an account, and what they're doing is, I don't know how they're doing it, but they have no uploads. They have more subscribers than the people that they're taking. They are selling our account. They're selling our accounts. All right. Yeah, no doubt. Go look in your comments. Yeah, this is how they do it. They'll post a comment on your channel. They'll say, like your work, man. Good job. Be YouTube friend.
Yeah, I keep getting the same. Here, I'll show you right now. It drives me batshit crazy. Here's one right here. I get probably
their channel. Do not subscribe to their channel. As soon as you subscribe, you're done. They sold you. They sold it. They wait till you get to like 80,000 subscribers, and then they cash in on you.
Okay, I'll show you just right here.
Wow.
If you can see it, check this out. It says, nice, keep it up. Would like to be YouTube friends, question mark. Here's another one.
Who is it? Who is it? No, who sent the comment?
Tap down SIC, and then I got a couple other different ones with the same crap. Crystal Tracks, lovely. It's the same crap, man.
Yep, right, Crystal Tracks, Trap Town, Trap Country.
And then you go down. You see that one? It says nice. Keep up the good work.
Would you wait till you see this? They create these accounts. I think it's done by by people that are trying to get us. They can't get us with okay, so let's say a troll comes in. Our subs are like, nah, get out of here, bro. Get out of here with that. Our mods and our subscribers are like, get out of here, man. We don't care what y'all saying.
Right.
But now check this out. Here's Trap Town's new video. They only have one upload, and you won't believe what it is. So this is their upload. I'm put it up on my screen. We will full screen this. Let me shoot this. This is correct. So they're saying that this is a takeover, and they will win.
Back door.
Oh yeah, not just a back door.
Hold on before you get there. Look it up. But I just want to say to the mods, if anybody puts in a comment about QAnon or whatever, leave it. Do not go ahead and delete it. Because you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are in depth. They believe in QAnon. They're not, trying to push it on people. But if you see QAnon, I don't understand why people want to hurry up and delete it. So if you're a mod, you got a wrench, and you see QAnon, unless it's vulgar, this and that, just go ahead and let it go. Let it ride. All right, go ahead there, Watchman.
All right, here it is. I'm sharing it. If you could see the link, I'll put it up there, and then we'll play this video. So everybody that's watching this, take heed. If you have a channel, I don't care if you don't even have 1,000 subs. It says we will win. Here is their plan, guys. This is Trap Town NCS. Takeover will not stop, fools. We will dominate YouTube. We will win. That's their plan, man.
Holy crap. I knew that dude was I knew it was fake. I'm glad you pointed that out. And Vern, anybody else? I've gotten dude, I can keep scrolling. Look.
They're killing the music channels. They're killing the music channels, you guys.
Do you see that? The tap, that exactly
Yeah.
what you had? I get it all the time, and I know it's a troll. I know it's a troll. Every time I
No,
leave
it's
a
not a
video,
troll. It is worse than a
it's
troll.
AI.
They're making money.
Right. Well, it's a form of AI that's going to take your
180,000 subscribers.
Really?
180,000. Yeah. And then they own 9 channels. Okay, Trap Country, over 111,000. They've got, between all of them, millions of subscribers. So they're getting every channel. They're getting every person. They're getting everyone. They're getting all the music channels, all the truther channels, all the, you name it, dude. They're getting them.
What? Now, let me ask you this.
Let's say you were Marfugel, High Impact Blogs, you're Richie from Boston, you get a comment, and you just keep hearting them or whatever. And well, you get to that one, it's like YouTube friends, yeah, whatever, I'll do that. And then, click, you're done. You just lost your accounts. They can now what you need to do is you need to go into on a laptop, on a desktop. You can't do it from your phone. You got to go on a desktop. Then you have to open up your YouTube account. Then you have to go into advanced settings and see who is authorized for this account. If there is any other name except for your name, you have to go to your Google account and everything. Any other name but yours, they have got you.
That's crazy. Go ahead, AB.
Do you remember back when, I'm trying to remember when everything was started going on and all the big, like Aerosmith, all the big companies started suing to keep from, what was it, Napster? One of that. I wonder if somebody will throw a lawsuit. If they start, actually getting music from people. Somebody will throw a lawsuit. Does that make sense? Question?
I don't even think it has to do with music.
I think they.
Your channel.
No, he's right. No, it's got a lot to do with music. Drake and all these people, they don't want their music free to us. They don't want us to get on YouTube and play it for free. You got to pay for that, especially Kanye West, his new Christian album. He wants money for that. You can't even go play that. You go on YouTube, and that's not enough money for them. Yeah, they get thousands of dollars a month. To us, that's a lot of money if we have 300,000 subscribers and we're getting 10,000 to 100,000 views a video. It's a lot of money. But like the level me and you and all the rest of us that's been talking on here, we're not making money. Okay, we're not doing anything. All we're doing is trying to bring the truth to the big one. We're going to snip the nuts on all the truthers. They're going to cut all the free music off. This is because they want you to get these copyright strikes. They want you to get this. And the only production that we get is what we're doing right now. And a lot of people don't care about that. They want flash and bang and what's going on. And I mean, it's just what it is. People don't like hearing us. Just our small group of people.
That's what blows my mind, people. It's not like the old days. Man, we don't make much money at all, if hardly any, on YouTube. And YouTube, like with the super chat, they take 40 to
40%.
Yeah, that's a huge. Oh, and like they deleted 2 of my videos that I got super chats on. I don't get those super chats. They say,
no, you don't.
They say they give it to charity.
Yeah, right.
Well, you're right. The reason why they do that too is because, all right, so we're the reason you got the super chat because you used the copyrighted stuff or it was too vulgar. That's why people even gave you the super chat anyway. So we're going to take that and give it to charity. That's how they see it. Oh, your video only did good.
Ask for a receipt. Say, I need a receipt on it. see what you get. Send them a message back. Say, I need a receipt where you did this to charity. We have to do that in trucking sometimes. If I have food, it's like that they said rejected or whatever. Oh, if it's too much, we have to go give it. And I have to show a receipt. So yeah, send them a message. Say, I need a receipt for this.
You look familiar, bro. What's your channel?
He was in the truck.
I was on the other day. I'm just a truck driver. I've been buddies with Vern and Justin, and we talk on the phone about all this stuff and try to put several minds together to come up with whatever in the hell they're trying to come up with.
Well, this is what I think's going on now. Did you see my video? While my wife was at work, they had the choppers come, the helos.
Yeah, I did watch that one.
What
All right, so check this out. I think that's what they're doing now. They're getting these UN officers ready because they're done hiring, and then FEMA on March 21st, 31st, my bad. They have all the weapons coming.
Right. Well, look at
that
March,
are trying to.
March 3rd. I mean, well, I'm not cutting you off, but damn it, I forgot what I was going to say. That's why sometimes I don't bring, no offense, somebody that smiles a lot. If I have something in my brain and I want to say it, then I didn't say you cut me off, but boom, I'll lose it that fast. And now I'm like, damn it, what the heck did I?
That's called getting older, Justin. It's going to get worse. Trust me.
Oh my gosh! And I'm gonna be in diapers by next year.
Well, me and you talked about that. We talked about the helicopter. Maybe it's something we talked about. We see that all the time. I mean, I'm not close to a military base, but we see the helicopters, recognize the helicopters, and I mean, hell, who knows what they're doing? We don't know.
But the difference when Watchmen Project, you don't have those helicopters flying over every day, do you?
No, it's not every day. Absolutely not. And the problem with it is that we're seeing it more and more. Not just with that, I've seen military. Look, I got a video about 3 months ago. It was a chemical truck, and it looked like one of those miniature vans. You guys, the Dodge vans. So it was real small, and it said stay 1,000 feet back, not 500 feet, 1,000 feet back, and it was going like 2 mile an hour.
Are you
down a country back road like a freaking snake?
Yeah, I love those.
And look, it had lights. It had a car in front of it and a car behind it, and I had got video of it because I was at my friend's house when it passed, and it says biological hazard. 4 on it with the symbol and everything, like you see on MSDS sheets.
Right.
Then it said chemicals, something about the chemicals that it had on it. And I was just like lost, like what the heck is this? And I don't know.
I was thinking radiation because I mean, some of the way stations, man, we've got to go through X-ray machine. Drive your truck and trailer, but what you're saying is chemicals. It'll be marked if it's a MSDS on there, telling you if it is chemicals. That is strange.
And I don't understand why they were making such a big deal about stay away from it. That's what was troubling there. But I'm about to share this. I got this from a subscriber. I believe. I don't want to say his name.
What you sent me?
Yep.
That's what I was doing right now. I was trying to look it up real quick. Let me go use the bathroom, y'all, if you don't mind. Hey, I want you to read that. I mean, I'll read it, but you're better reading it than me. And I was already asleep before 9:30 last night when you sent me that. But man, those are the numbers that I truly believe in. Because have you seen the video yet on Blazing Press where the Chinese guy acted like a Chinese official? He was a part of the Chinese Communist Party, and he called one of the crematorials, and she was cussing him out, saying, "I'm not afraid to die," and blah 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 blah. She said that they were cremating an average of 154 people a day. Now times that times 30, and that's only one crematorial. And she said something. All right. I just blew that up the best I could.
Oh, you did?
I'll be right back. All right, late.
All right, so here you go, everybody.
Hey, Watchman.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Watchman, real quick. Somebody asked a question. Do we even know how many infected are here? Maybe you can answer that one.
Well, finish reading this, and then you'll get it.
To have an idea of how many infected are in the United States of America, this is what you need to do. You need to go look and somehow get the flight schedules from Wuhan and the Hubei province. Okay, I'm serious. They had a 24 to 48 hour period where all the people with money were able to fly out. People flew to New York, then there was at least the minimum number that I've seen on the video. The guy was showing us, he held his phone up like that to the camera, and you could see the numbers that the minimum number was 1,500 people. And I think it was to like Louisiana or something like that. So I'm not sure. I don't know, but I can tell you this, the flights, that's why the WHO didn't stop the flights. Now, this is what I sent Justin yesterday. This subscriber of mine, I believe, is from China. And he says it's the HIV, coronavirus, HIV, terrorism, COVID 9/11. Isn't it weird that they call it the 19, COVID-19? Okay, so it says it's a global pandemic. Yes. Declaration. Was there a pandemic? No, they didn't. Not at the time. And then China provinces are under quarantine. 760 million actual deaths. 980,000 deaths.
Yeah. Listen to this, folks. When I read that, it blew my mind.
Virus attack mode. Exterminate all low immune humans, including elderly, poorest, and sick. This is what I keep preaching on my channel. That's where Planned Parenthood came up where? Poorest and sick and black communities. This is what they do to us. 84 million actual infected. 84 million. Contagious.
Hey, I know you're on the roll. I just came in and burned it. But when you were talking about Planned Parenthood, isn't there a document? One of the founders of Planned Parenthood.
I'll bring it up right now.
Basically said it was to keep the African American population down. That was one of the founders of Planned Parenthood. Not to cut you off. Hey, Vern, how you doing, brother?
Oh, not bad.
You lucky. I feel like crap.
He sounds like he's got a little cold going on. Must be cold down there.
He's got the
Margaret Sanger. That's her name, Margaret Sanger, folks.
Yeah, read that, man. That'll blow people's minds. They don't even know about it. If you don't mind.
This is Margaret. This is what she looks like. Looks like a lady.
Ugly.
And then look, it was 100 years ago on October 16th, 1916, that Margaret Sanger opened the first birth control clinic in the United States, an advocate for women's reproductive rights, who was also a vocal eugenics euthanasiast. So euthanasia. Let's get rid of the homeless puppies and throw the cats in a bag with a rock in the river. That's what euthanasia is. It's kill instead of do this. Now, look, even Ted Cruz said, look, American civil rights leaders called the struggle for justice with Ted Cruz in office, explaining that she didn't belong there for a number of reasons. One is because her inhumane life's work, advocate for the extermination of African Americans. It's not the first time.
Can you say that one more time? Can you say that one more time?
Here, I'll go down to it. Sanger's
the extermination of what?
African Americans. This is their goal. Then they expanded it, you guys, to poor communities. So even if it don't matter what race you were then, it was just poor communities.
Right.
Right here.
The deplorables.
Now, this is a quote from Margaret Sanger. Quote, "We do not want the word to get out that we want to exterminate the Negro population. And the minister is the man who can straighten out the idea, if it ever occurs, to any of their more rebellious members." So who was she going to? Ministers. The Catholic Church was saying, look, we need these pastors and stuff to come in. That way, if they do find out that word gets out, we are trying to exterminate the Negro population, that this is what's going to happen. We're going to send the priest in and say, oh, no, that's not what it is. You guys don't understand. People are sick. We need to get rid of people. Some people just don't need kids. Some people are raped. That's the biggest one you hear. Oh, raped and they need an abortion. No. Okay. No.
That's what happened to my daughter. And I refuse.
Well, you can still have an abortion. You can still have an abortion, though.
Hold on real quick. My daughter, that's exactly what happened to her. And, somebody got her drunk. She woke up with, I don't want to go into detail, but you know what? I raised her right, and she was not about to have an abortion. You know what I mean? She's not going to take a human life. So go ahead.
Yes. So historians and scholars who examined Sanger's correspondence in 2011, like I said, Ted Cruz said that. So right here it was her quote, the struggle for justice with Ted Cruz's office. Ted Cruz said she didn't belong there because her inhumane life's work for the extermination of African Americans. It's not the first time Sanger has faced this accusation, so it's not like it's out of the blue. During the past primary season, Ben Carson proclaimed that Sanger believed that people like me should be eliminated, later clarifying per PolitiFact that he was talking about the black race. And in 2011, Herman Cain alleged that Sanger's original goal for Planned Parenthood was to help kill black babies before they came into the world. Do you guys see what eugenics is? Eugenics is that's what they still want. They still want to use eugenics. Well, here's how they do it. They do it through vaccination, via vaccination medications. If your husband dies or your wife dies, the first thing they say, you're stressed out. You need a Xanax. You need diazepam. You need alprazolam. You need these things. You need this. Okay, so same thing with your military. Oh, oh, we're so sorry you got PTSD. You're stressed. You need to take this medication.
Yeah, here's a pill.
Yeah, here's a pill. And then the number one side effect is suicidal tendencies, suicidal thoughts.
Right.
And then wonder why all our veterans are offing themselves or hurting somebody.
21 a day. I'm going to take the floor real quick, and I want to explain something that I've explained many times before. When it comes to the African American vote towards the Democrats, okay? Real quick, I don't even want to be on camera because I feel like crap. But when it comes to desegregation for schools, guess who fought the Republican Party to allow black kids and white kids to go to school? The Democratic Party. Now, when it comes to who created the Ku Klux Klan, the Blue Dog Democrats. When it comes to
Governor Northam is with the KKK and blackface. Remember?
Yeah, well, exactly. And people don't realize that. And there was another one. My mind just went blank because you know what I'm saying. There's when it comes to when Trump said, "What do you got to lose?" Everybody that's living in these Democratic-led parties or cities like Chicago, like St. Louis, Missouri, etc. And people say, hey, the Democrats, they give us free stuff. They are the most racist party in the world, and all they do is throw the race card into the Republicans. The Republicans, even though there's more to the Civil War, there's a lot more politics, but the Republican Party helped to free the slaves. But once again, I'll say it again. Who fought against desegregation? They did not want whites and blacks to go to school together. The Democratic Party. When it comes to the Blue Dog Democrats, they created the Ku Klux Klan. There's so many things. There's so much information out there that's not being taught in school. That's, when it comes to my son, like I said before, Action Jackson, they spent 1 week on the Civil War. Now, I remember when I was in school, and we spent months and months and months and, learning about the Civil War. And that's what, that's the propaganda of the whole situation of keeping these kids closed-minded, and keep pumping this propaganda into their heads. So,
hey, real quick, between me and Vern looks at chat too, and I'm looking at it. Somebody asked, is there a link for this, bro? I think he's talking to the Watchman about what you just read. I don't know if you can put a link up, but that was a question.
I can put a link up real quick. The main thing is that it's everywhere. You could just go Margaret Sanger. It'd tell you her whole life's work. She's been doing this forever. She's also known for helping with the vaccinations, not just the Depo-Vera shot that you would give your daughter. Like if she was like, mom, dad, I'm sexually active, and you would go give her a shot. This is what you would give her. But yes, here's a link. I'm copying it now, and I'll put it in.
I'm going to tell y'all something real quick. And since you just said that, that reminded me, and it really pissed me off. Me and my wife both. My wife changed jobs. We got new insurance. Okay, we've got a 14-year-old daughter. She filled out everything for the insurance. I think we had a prescription card. She sent all that in. We got an email back. This is total horseshit. Said we had to have permission from our 14-year-old daughter now to get what she may be taking for birth control, any type of medications. And I mean, I'm not one to generally call local politicians, unless it's something to do with my job. But I made phone calls to every one of them. I said, look, this is crazy. This is my daughter, my house, and I'm responsible for it, and I have to get permission from her to know what medication she's taking or birth control or anything like that. No, this is not right.
She has the right to.
Hey, here's the big one. This is even worse than that, you guys. The neighbor next door called the police on their kid, and they were getting physical. He's 17 years old. He's very violent. Anyway, so they called the police, and I'm not one to do that. I just don't call. But anyway, unless it's life threatening, the cops got there, and they said, "What happened?" Well, I got mad at my mom. She grabbed my phone, bashed it on the floor, said that I can't have a phone no more. They pay for it, that it's up to them. The officer said, well, this is actually worse than you guys think. We're in the state of Tennessee. This is worldwide. I done looked it up. You cannot take a cell phone away from a kid, even though, okay, it's their means to call 911. It's the only... because we don't have landlines like we used to. Remember? We used to have landlines. Well, you can't take your child's cell phone, even though you're the one who paid for it. You can't even get a phone plan unless you're 18. Go to Verizon. You have to have your
us as parents. Us as parents are responsible for that child. And I'm sitting there going, bullshit.
Well, yeah, exactly. But what he's saying is the reason why you can't take your child's cell phone and one part of the law is you are keeping them almost like you're keeping them from calling 911.
Kidnap.
That's a huge felony. If someone's calling 911, yeah, false imprisonment. If you steal or you take your kid's cell phone, or even if you were arguing with your girlfriend and she's like, "I'm calling 911," you grab the phone, that's a huge felony. Like I said, keeping somebody from being able to have the right to call 911 is a form of false imprisonment under the eyes of the law in certain states. Am I right? Correct? No?
Absolutely correct.
It's also considered part of the mental child abuse. You are keeping them. You are not only from calling 911. You are keeping them from contact to the outside world. Blah blah blah. Yeah, they're pulling their stuff again.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a form. That's a form of the government raising our children.
Shoot, I remember when when my niece and nephew was going to school. Do your parents that usually don't smoke cigarettes roll their own cigarettes and smoke them? If so, come in and tell us.
Oh yeah, I remember that. If y'all don't know about that, that was a huge one, and that's where I'm going to go back to the Watchman or AB, whoever wants to answer this. How corrupt? I'll have to click back on my picture, even though I don't want to be on because I feel like crap. How corrupt is the teachers' union? And a lot of teachers, if you watch mainstream media and stuff, or you do the research, that have been fighting to break away from the teachers' union, because the teachers' union actually forces this propaganda that they have to teach. Any of y'all familiar with that?
Yes, absolutely. Because what these people are dealing with now, what we're dealing with our education system, is the same thing you deal with Child Protective Services and Department of Job and Family Services. They're all linked together. Teachers are look. So even if evolution doesn't exist, you can prove this away, or true science could be tested, proven, and observed. That's what real science is. It doesn't matter. They have a core curriculum. They have age groups. Then they have certain classes. That's why when you go to graduate, some high schools will be like, well, we can't give you your diploma in the state of Ohio until you pass this proficiency test. Because you have to be diluted so much in your mind and have learned what the system have taught you to even receive a diploma. Now, the same thing with doctors. That's why they do that. And they continue to go, well, you have to be in study for 10 years. To become a RN, you have to study for this amount. And a lot of nurses that are honest with themselves will tell you that, look, a lot of the stuff they taught us, half of it is for real, and the other half is to, I don't know. I think it's literally to contaminate the whole thing, to push you into one set of thinking when reality is this is how you properly do that. Same thing in construction. I'll tell you right now, when they teach us the code and they taught us, 100 square feet of drywall means 100 drywall screws, period. 100 square foot of board is 100 because it's 1 per square foot. That it's revised every 6 months. Now,
every 12 foot on center.
Yes. Yeah. Or 16 on center, 24 on center when it comes to framing. All of this stuff is a certain way. Why? Because they want it to be controlled. It's controlled. They do this. There's 100 million different ways to build a house, but they want us to know this. Is that the best way? No. Engineers all the time. I like what you said the other day, Justin. Locked and Loaded said, me and my brother, we've been working our whole lives. And look, you'll have an engineer that's went to school, never swung a hammer in his life. And he'll say, these trusses need to go here, 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 and here. It's going to be the strongest for the building. But you go to put it up and you're like, look, I'm not even got a roof on this house yet. And if I leave these here, it won't support it. And everybody, all the workers are like, look, this isn't going to support it, bro. You need to go rewrite the plan. Because the architect and the engineer don't know what they're talking about.
Well,
I've heard that happen hundreds of times.
I'm gonna say something real quick, and then I'll because I know AB and Vern have something to say. But when it comes,
I'm good.
No, but I was going to ask you about your daughter. What they said about her being 14. I want to come back to you on that that point that you put across. But here's another thing that a lot of people don't know. With these engineers, when they make these codes, they sit around and they twiddle their thumbs because they're not making money. So what do? They come up with new codes, bullshit codes. All right. It's just like the footers in Florida. When my dad started out back in the 70s, the footers were bell footers. They were like 12 inches by 8 inches deep in the houses. They were all built cinder block homes. They're still there today, even right on beachside. And now in Florida, you got to dig them 20 inches deep, 16 wide at the bottom with a 45-degree angle with 3 number 5 rebar with a 26-inch slab. Why?
The rebar block now. They do that because they're trying to sell rebar. They're trying to make you
trying to sell rebar, rod chairs. Yeah, they're selling rebar, they're selling rod chairs, they're selling wire ties, etc. Plus, if you're an engineer and everything's up to code, well, you got to come up with another code so you can make more money. You know what I mean? It's all bullcrap. But real quick, I want to go back to AB when you're talking. Now, AB, I'm going to put you full screen. You said that your daughter has the right, or you have to answer to your daughter. Now, what would happen if you denied your daughter that right? This supposed right.
Well, what it was, we had to get permission. I mean, she had to sign and do it all on the computer. We had to have her permission to be able to know what stuff she's taking, or birth control, or any prescriptions that she was taking. We had to get her permission.
And what would happen to you if you were to deny her right?
You know what? I don't even want to think about it because I got pissed.
I can tell you brought up. Did you see that new series they have on Netflix or Hulu, whatever it is? The lady that kept her kid in a wheelchair and kept giving her medicine. It's
I heard her.
sick.
Yeah.
Her and a girl,
That's what
or
would
her and a
happen to
boyfriend
you.
killed
You
her?
would be neglecting your child. This would be a force of medical abuse. It would be then felony. You're
They take
denying
custody of
your
your
kid the
child.
proper care. Yes, you would lose because you can lose custody like that, but to get
Like
custody back is impossible.
It's a nightmare.
It's so hard. It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna pick on Vern, but Vern, you're a little older than me. Let me ask you what your opinion, if you did have kids, what you would think about that.
Yeah, that's why Vern had something to say earlier too. But yeah, that's a great question. If you did have,
Well, I'll put it this way: with just that smoking thing, I would raise my kids not to listen to the goddamn schools for one. Pardon my French.
God don't need damn God can walk on water, but you can say that here.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Because with my nieces and my nephews, they literally, when the school started in on them, the way that we brought them up, they instantly brought home the papers, showed them to us, told them exactly what they were supposed to look for to report their parents or aunts and uncles or family members or whoever. That's
I
the way
remember
kids. We raised the kids so that they were already fighting the system as the system was trying to train them. We told them they don't have say over you. We're the ones who are bringing you up. We're the ones who's paying for everything. All this. They understood where we were coming from. So that's part of how I do it. And then if the school wanted to fight me, I'd start homeschooling.
Real quick, I'm going to go ahead, and I learned this from my brother after the fact. If you all know my testimony, it cost me like $40,000, my wife and I, to regain custody of my daughter. And unfortunately, she was in a relationship and she wanted to graduate with a school, but things messed up. My brother, being a police officer, said if DCF comes knocking on your door and demands to come in your house, they do not have the right, even if they, they won't have a warrant or whatever. And as long as you're taking care of your kids, you don't have bed bugs and, feces all over the floor, because this is what happens. It's just like the red flag law. People weaponize the red flag law already. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
weaponize DCF in other states is called something else, so they can get
I'll
mad.
be back in a minute. I got to take care of wife and kids for a bit, but I'll hit you back up. Not to interrupt you. I'll be back.
You want me to leave your window open? Or
Yeah,
you want
yeah. I got
All
kids screaming, and the wife's got to go take care of something, but I'll be back with you.
Yeah, see, your neighbor could actually, if he didn't like you, I'm gonna click on just because you said that. No, I'm just saying, honestly, if your neighbors didn't like you and they heard your kids screaming, they could easily call anonymously and call DCF on you. And guess what happens? They're going to investigate you. And as soon as the investigation starts, it lasts 6 months. You can't just tell them to go. But if you don't open that door, or you open the door, you say, get the hell off my property. You have no say so, this and that. And it's always the kids that live in these what the hell was that?
Yeah, my text message.
Oh, that was your text message?
Yeah.
Man, I thought we were getting shut down from YouTube. But my brother, like I said, a Daytona Beach police officer, told me that if a DCF, even after a DCF worker, what they'll do is they'll call 911 and have a police officer. And if you ever see the police officer will be standing back, he has no right. There's no warrant, this and that. It's hearsay. So if you have children, don't get scared if they show you a badge that says Department of Children's and Family and they have a clipboard. If you know you're not doing any wrong, tell them to get the hell off your property. That's what I learned from my brother and several other people. Go ahead.
Yes.
Watson.
Also, I'm in recent training thing on the side. I want to be okay. There's that. But the crazy, a lot of people don't know this. I don't need a warrant to.
Well, you just froze up. Do you know why? Do you know why?
Yeah. The reason is we don't need warrants is because is the screen up there? I sent a link about the medical child abuse. This is the reason.
Well, you're freezing up.
But the
bad.
reason.
Once you sign that paper, when the you sign over your rights. I don't, because you're froze up big time, bud. I'm not cutting you off. I'm not trying to take credit for this, but this is true. Bounty hunters don't have to abide by the laws when it comes to a warrant, because once you're bonded out of jail, you sign a piece of paper stating that wherever I'm at, wherever, this and that, if I go ahead and I violate probation, I give up my right to, are you back on?
Yeah, you give up your right. All of us give up our rights. Anybody that's been in any type of lawsuit,
Mhm.
court case, you got to read the fine print. That's why you don't have a lawyer represent you, but we're all ignorant of the law. That's how the devil works. He's in the law system. Our whole country is built on this law system. So as soon as you are released, for example, on your own recognizance, they say that you'll sign a paper. So if you are OR'd out, bonded out, or released
Release on
even
your
from
own
jail.
Yeah. Or
Even if you're released, your time is served and you're dying that you for having anything to do with criminal activity, so if that's why they have bounty hunters, guys. So where the police can't lawfully act and come to your house, they can just hire somebody to do it. But this is this medical abuse. Bring this up. This is what we're talking about. This is what AB's talking about, guys. And this is there's a show, and it's called The Act. It's got Patricia Arquette in it, and it's a whole story about how her child was not sick, but she was babying her child. Medical abuse. This is all recent discovery. This is called NORD, the National Organization for Rare Disorders. Medical child abuse is a term that has come into use in recent years. It refers to a child receiving unnecessary and or even harmful care as a result of a parent exaggerating symptoms, fabricating physical findings, or intentionally inducing illness in the child. Now, it sounds very rough.
Right.
So you can say, no, I know my kid is less coordinated than other kids, or your kid fell down 3 years ago. No one else knows, and he suffered a concussion, okay? And you're worried about him. Well, for you over tightening your grip or being overbearing on your child and overprotective, this is a form of medical abuse. Do you understand, ladies and gentlemen?
Absolutely.
You caring about your child too much is a form of medical abuse. You denying medication. Oh, I don't want ADHD medication. My mom refused ADHD medication for me because it makes you sterile. You can go blind. Medications, period. This is a form of medical abuse. You deny your child vaccinations when they make them mandatory. This will be a form of medical child abuse. Or if you over exaggerate, oh, my kid has a broken leg, I don't want him to play sports, and he has to wear a knee wrap when he goes running. Okay. Well, you are over exaggerating symptoms, fabricating physical findings, or intentionally inducing illnesses on your child. This is I can go on and on.
No, I'll
go
keep
ahead.
that up, but I want to interrupt you for a second. Put the screen on me. But my daughter can contest to this. You can go back in the papers. When it's a long story. If you go back to Locked and Loaded testimony, when my daughter was taken from me, when right before she turned 9, you know what the judge said that was put in the paper? Lack of discipline was detrimental to the child, meaning spankings. Now, how many kids have been taken away from their parents from being spanked? Not like beat like my stepdad did, but just even like a pop on the butt. And they used that against me and said lack of discipline to the child, which my daughter was, and she still is. She was golden. If daddy said something, I didn't have to raise my voice, but lack of discipline is detrimental to the child, meaning spanking the child. So I asked the judge, I said, so you're telling me that you're going to, that's one of the things against me because I didn't spank my daughter, that's a form of lack of discipline, that's abuse in another way. And that female freaking judge basically told me to my face, in the eyes of the law, to a degree, yes. And she said, you can spank your child, but if the child's buttocks or legs are still red 3 hours later, then you'll be charged with child abuse. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Look, and people like to uphold our law system, and we're good. Like you said, as long as there's marks, the marks aren't there, you're fine. That's like the Bible saying, in the Old Testament, as long as your slave got up within 24 hours, it's fine. No, it's not fine to have slaves. No, it's not fine to beat your children, but you have to have discipline. And
child, absolutely.
Yes, well, what you're dealing with there is that there is a law and a statute and a legalese for every form of crime or any misdemeanor, felony, whatever you want to call it. They have crimes for if you beat your kid too much. They have crimes for if you don't do it enough.
Well, there should.
It's so they're always winning. Do you understand? Ladies and gentlemen, the system is not built for you to succeed.
No.
It's built for once the attention is put on somebody, that they will be taken out. That's what the law system does.
Well, honestly, there should be laws against, like, I even told my dad as I got older, I said, if they had the same laws back then when I was a kid, you'd be doing 5 years in prison, if not more. But anyways, real quick, I want to give the floor to Vern, because we get rocking and rolling, and Vern's got good information. Same with AB and everybody else on here. Ace of Spades, good to see you. Now I want to tell everybody real quick about Ace of Spades. When he first came on this channel, he was totally, and I wouldn't say in denial, but he was questioning his faith, and he was kind of like a troll. And we all prayed for him and stuff, and then he repented. He's just been. It's good to see you again, Ace of Spades. But that's why sometimes I refuse to I delete trolls, because it took a lot of prayer and a lot of uplifting from everybody in the chat. And he's been a huge part of this family ever since, but he's been gone for a little while. So I just want to give you a shout out, Ace of Spades. We love you, brother. All right, Vern, what do you got to say?
All right.
I know there's something fun, even if it's about the coronavirus. Anything.
Well, first thing, when it comes to all the changing of the rules and the laws on how houses are, no, it ain't for money, people. I'll tell you that now. When 2 foot on center was the call for framing.
Yeah.
The lumber was literally dried one season in the sun, dried. The trees grew longer, made them stronger, made them healthier. And then they went to, okay, we're going to kiln dry them. Well, when they kiln dried it, they realized, wait a second, the lumber ain't as strong. Right, it ain't as strong. They went to 16 inches on center. Now, the reason these new laws are coming up that you need this frame here, you need this here, you need this here is, people, we don't have the 900, 1,000-year-old pine trees in America anymore. Our trees are they're growing less. They're not as strong. They have to keep, and that's what it is. That's what a lot of this is. It is for our protection.
Right.
If I take one of the 2x4s nowadays and I go to build my house 2 foot on a center, you better believe that house is going to be crinking, cracking. Some of that wood's going to break because it don't take the structural anymore.
Right.
20, 30 years on your pine trees now. I mean, and they're harvesting, and it's garbage wood. And I'm not even a carpenter. I mean, my neighbors sow wood. You're right, Vern.
I'm gonna go right back on me real quick. I have videos, and I'm gonna go right back to you, Vern. I'm telling you what, when we do remodel jobs for homes that were built in the, you can go back to one of my videos, concrete videos. Man, the nails and the wood was, you couldn't, it was so hard to pull the nails out. And those houses, the roofs, they didn't sag. The freaking my mind's going blank. But the roof, the structure, when you tear out all the plaster, because they didn't have drywall back then, those studs, I mean, they were firm, and that's why people pay so much money for them to redo the. There you go. Salvage it. Here we go. See, knows salvage old wood, better quality wood, and
that's part of where I was going to is when you rip up, because I've done a lot of remodels of houses built back in the 1700s, and I'm talking early 1700s. People, there were barn board we could rip up. They were paying us $2,000 to $3,000 a linear foot for this old barn board coming out of the houses. Your 2x4s, there was no warping, there was no twisting, there was no nothing. They were straight as an arrow.
Right, and that's what they make. Have you ever watched that video or that TV show? I'm gonna click on AB, but on A&E or whatever, where they go logging back in the 1800s, where all those logs split up.
Yeah,
that back then that was like the wood.
When they go and dig up the logs that were buried in the bottom of a river or a pond or whatever, ones that sunk.
That guy. Okay, we got to make a troll famous real quick.
I love him.
Yeah, I know. That guy is full of shit. Which one? Which guy is full of shit? Because everybody here is not full of shit. It's probably. Oh, by the way, real quick, I want to say something. I'll put it on my phone, and I'm getting sick and tired of this. I could read the email. Matter of fact, let me read the text message, and I'm going to put you on blast again. Real quick, everybody.
What's this guy's name? Balls don't work. Balls don't works.
Balsa works.
Yeah, well, that's being funny.
Balls don't work.
Yeah, I know. Hey, all you carpenters, look. I'm not even a carpenter. Do you old timer carpenters here and young timer carpenters, y'all recognize this?
Hold on, I gotta steal this. I'm not concerned enough to troll your channel. I'm not subscribed to you. Why are you still subbed to me? Which I'm not. I keep track. And then boom, watch me go to my my Gmail. And this is what I want to say to you. Here we go. Bam. This was this morning. Sam Drake, subscribe to your channel. Big Precious. You sat there and you left a stupid message, a whole bunch of nasty messages, and not even talking about the nasty messages when I was in hospice with my brother when he was dying, calling me an effing coward because I wasn't taking care of my wife. My wife lived in Wisconsin, where I'm at right now, and I was in Florida, and I was determined not to leave my brother's side. And then I just see you can't sneak. A lot of y'all don't know this. You can't sneak and subscribe to another channel. Right there. Subscribe to you on YouTube. All right. So when it comes to you, Big Precious, you had your chance. You kept telling me, don't say anything. My real name, this and that. I could say your real name. I could say your address. And I could ask everybody here to send you a thank you letter. I could tell them how you told me I was a fucking coward, pardon my French, a fucking pussy, and my brother deserved to die, etc. So guess what? Sam, stop trolling the channel. And another thing where he messed up is when I drove to his house in Des Moines, Iowa, I helped him set up his new computer. He had over 20 to 22 accounts that were trolls. All right. So guess what? You want to become famous again on this channel? I don't give a damn. There you go, Sam. Big Precious. Right here. I'll even show you a picture. And don't sit there and tell me that you're dying of a freaking brain tumor. Big Precious. Get the fuck off my channel. Sorry, I had to say that. Now I'll go back to where everybody, because I know I'm seeing these trolls, and right there, that right there could be one of Sam's trolls. That guy is full of shit. You are a lukewarm Christian. You're fake and phony. And when I was in Florida, you were text messaging my wife and sending her all kinds of silly stuff and sending her presents in the mail. And just like you did to Rolling Homestead, his wife, what's her name? Moon Phase 5. You were actually in this room right here getting text messages while you were jerking on your freaking soft junk, while she was sending you pictures of her and and different types of underwear. So guess what? Pardon my French. Close your ears. Big Precious, fuck off. Leave my channel alone, or hang out. All right, I'll shut up now because I'm sick of it, man. I am sick of it. Nobody wants to follow me after that, but I had to, and I don't even care. Hey, real quick, we got to um,
Yeah.
Watchmen. You want to throw TC 802 a prayer bomb? I got him right up here. Massive delay between your lips and your voice. It looks like an old time movie. You said TC is still struggling with that. His
Yeah. How
with,
you doing, TC802? And I just want to say that yeah, I don't know what your real name is, but I just we sent was praying last night. Everybody, keep him and his wife in your prayers because they're suffering with the flu. They don't know what it is. He ordered some artwork from China. So just everybody, and that's just what I want to say that we just come in agreement right now in prayer before you, Lord. Forgive us for all of our sins and shortcomings. I ask that you keep this man and his wife in your guard, Lord, that you just hold them in your hand and that you just allow this to pass, that this too shall pass. And I ask that you just protect them and you protect all of us, Lord, and that you just send your grace and forgiveness upon all of us and we seek your face. I ask that you just continue to bless all of our lives, Lord, and that you go before us and clear the path that we may walk in your righteousness. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, amen.
Amen. All right, I'm going to drop a quick prayer myself when it comes to TC and his family. And I'm not as good as all y'all. But anyways, Heavenly Father, we come to you today. And when I heard the word from um, the Watchman Project talking about TC, we ask you that you encamp your angels, wrap your arms around them. Lord, you are the physician. You are the one that can go ahead and protect and heal. Lord, his wife and he are very sick. He's held the flu for 10 days, Lord. Along with many other people here, we have Miss Mary, who has been fighting for her disability. We have Crystal Gypsy, who is fighting with lupus. We have so many people on this channel, and I pray for Brother Byrne, even though he rejects it. I pray for AB. I pray for the Watchman Project. I pray for everybody. What we're facing, Lord, you placed in the Bible. We are living in very prophetic days, Lord, but just comfort us. And the ones that are scared of this pandemic, Lord, just if you could just blow, um, I don't even know how you work, Lord. Just blow the comfort of your breath into their souls and know that you know what, death is swift, heaven is forever. And please, Lord, I ask you that you give us the wisdom through the Holy Spirit to go ahead and save souls here, and let everybody know
Yes.
it's all good. We're golden as long as we believe that Christ died for you, or our sins on the Christ. We're golden. And once again, when it comes to even D Couch was in the ER. I saw the message this morning. Watching her husband slowly pass away from, you know, um, when it comes to hepatitis C and cirrhosis. Lord, we're trying everything we can to get this PayPal, but you know what? It's in your hands, Lord. So if it comes and her husband is right with God, I ask you, please, if and when he does pass, if we can't give him the proper herbs that you created, the healing medicines, not big pharmacia. Um, I ask you to please, give her comfort. Wrap your arms around her when that day may come that he passes on and he goes to heaven to be with you, that she will still continue to be a part of this channel. Because, Lord, once again, I beg and I ask you, to a lot of people in this chat that are terrified of this virus, they don't realize they can just go out to a mailbox and get hit by a car. Everybody needs to be right with God because you never know when your time is. And I thank you for bringing everybody together, even AB, even when it comes to Vern Prep and Survival. He may not have the same beliefs we have, but you know what, Lord, he has a great soul, and the Watchmen Project, and everybody that subscribed. This is a family, and I am forever grateful that you have blessed me, and I'm forever grateful that you blessed the Watchmen Project with his subscribers, his brothers and sisters. Same with Vern's Prep and Survival. He has taught so much. He is willing to give all his knowledge to help protect and save lives. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.
All right. Sorry, I went on a rant there, but no.
That's what we need. That's the only thing that's going to help any of us.
All right, we'll get back on the topic. My bad. Balls don't work. It's stupid. I'm not even going to read that. I know Foot Soldier's one of the best. But anyways, God is always working in all this past we live in. All right, okay, everybody got quiet. Let's talk about the coronavirus. Hey, did you not see where, if I might have said it, the coronavirus in California? But they said only 6 people from the Diamond Princess came
Share
back.
the.
Well, go ahead.
Let's share the one thing that I got here, bro. The member from the subscriber. I really believe that these are the numbers. If you add them up, Natural News said that the numbers China's pumping out are 10%. And if you increase everything, you add 90% to it. That's what you get is these numbers. And I gotta say that the subscriber actually has a Chinese account, so I can say that.
I can't remember, some weeks ago somebody posted, I don't even know who it was on YouTube somewhere, and their numbers were millions infected and several 100,000 dead. And it seems like your numbers are coincide with what you've gotten, coincides with that. And I think me and Vern's talked about that. What do you think, Vern?
I believe the lady that came forward and said that it's they're actually hiding the numbers by more than 75%. So when you're thinking it's only 10% or 20% they're giving, think again. It's a heck of a lot worse than you think it is. Mm-hmm. China has been known through history to go 80.
Look at that.
Under what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're a totalitarian government, and they were so close to being above us as the superpower. Now, was this a bioweapon? I'm going to put this on there, but you're right. The numbers are BS. They're complete BS. And you know what? No one's talked about, and I put in a comment. All right, South Korea. The Watchman was the one that pretty much opened up busted out the news. But real quick, I'm going to go back. But I was Vern disappear.
Also, hey, looks like me and you talked. I think it was the Bubba News that posted Omaha, Nebraska, something along that line. Somebody help me out here, but I kind of go through Cliff Notes. What I tell Vern and Justin, I kind of read stuff from every angle. So, if somebody's got something to say about what I read there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, here, throw that article back up. And then if you want, you can read it off there, Watchman. This will blow your mind. And this has got to be what the numbers are. I believe it.
All right, I'm just going to share my screen because I got stuff from Natural News. Heck no, he was to get out away from all of us fools, right?
No. Okay, there he is. No. Every time we talk about God, Vern dips out. Vern, come on, man. We show you respect and talk about your your beliefs.
I think we were. I kept hearing him break up. He may have had internet issues. I don't think it was that.
Well,
You
no,
can't offend Vern, man. He's got deep skin.
Harry, I was going to say, because he's told me before I had to hop off because I felt uncomfortable, but we've already addressed that situation. So, Brother Vern's back in the house. All right, go ahead, Watchman. Read this.
All right, you guys, look right here. And there's another message that he had sent. 980,000 dead. Exterminate all low immune humans, including elderly, poorest, and sick. And then that's why I posted the link with Mary Sanga in there from the thing saying kill poorest and sick people. 84 million people infected. 84 million people. Now, listen, now the stuff that will, this is what blows me, not just the numbers the subscriber had put up here, but ultra infectious, 30 minutes to indefinitely, right here. Mutant SARS MERS, strongest immune system is your medicine. That's all you get. Dramatically mutant DNA death 100% once immune system's overtaken. And yeah, that's true. But this is what will get you guys right here. And it's like, what? Now, keep in mind, this subscriber put this up like 3-4 days ago. Now, remember, it says infection by what? Defecation by feces, urination, bodily fluids, and dead bodies infected. They didn't say until yesterday that you can get this through feces and the urination and body fluids. They didn't say that. So
yeah, me and Justin heard that last week.
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
which no big deal. Everybody learns every day. Not everybody knows. We're not.
But look,
hey, real quick, Watchman.
Yes.
Not to cut you off, but guess what happens? Look where it's where they say that the epicenter is going to be in California. Look at the homeless, like me and Vern talked about. Look how many people take a dump on the street. Look how many people pee in the street that are homeless.
That's what they do, man. But apparently Hawaii has tested no. There are 0 people tested in Hawaii.
Yeah, right.
They haven't tested them. So how do they know if there's any confirmed or not? Still waiting for test kits from the CDC. The CDC test kits because they don't care, dude.
No,
the test kits are wrong anyway.
Their industry is nothing but tourism. Now, if they say we have 10 cases, 5 cases, 15 cases, 30 cases in Hawaii, everybody that had their plans, their tickets to go to Hawaii, they're not going to go. Right or wrong, true or false?
Yeah, because who'd want to be stuck on a small island with it?
Exactly. You know who I would really love to bring up with all y'all?
Ooh.
We're actually trying to click on them.
That's something else me and you talked about earlier, Justin. Bubba News, he went and did his little thing, and he had some people picking at him about showing, some of our history. We talked about that before we got on air.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
But yeah, you know what? We're gonna steer off. I know you got something really good, but let's steer off for a second and go ahead. I'm gonna bring you up, AP. Now, Bubba News, who we all love to death. What is his passion? He loves history and he loves to do metal detecting. And he goes to certain parts. He goes to certain parts of the war where there were battles.
Civil War mainly. That's what he's. That's what his forte is. I guess what he call his hobby. That's what he enjoys.
So guess what? If he finds something that is, Nazi Germany, this and that, people were criticizing him about that. But he says he gives a lot of it to the museum and stuff like that. There's so much hatred, and everybody thinks, "Oh, everything's so racist." You know what? If I had my metal detector and I found a Nazi Germany pin, I would be. What's the old saying? I know you all know, and you said the same thing. If you delete history, it's bound to repeat.
It'll repeat itself. Yeah.
Yeah. So. By you bringing that up, I'm glad you did. And I want everybody to support Bubba News because I didn't even know Bubba was that passionate when it comes to metal detectors. He is searching for history. All right. Just like
Bubba News is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think, yeah, it's like you said. I think it was pictures of stuff from Nazi Germany, and we all know, we all know what happened there. Was it good? No, but if people don't know that it happened, it could happen again. So,
It's
that's my
happening
opinion on
right
it.
now. It's
Well, yeah,
happening.
there you go. There you go.
Through propaganda here. Remember, Hitler was the propaganda leader, and now we rule propaganda across the world.
You got Antifa saying, y'all are Nazis. And I always like, my favorite one was that big fat white kid with the long hair. And he's pointing in this guy's face and he's like, "You're a white male. You're racist. You're a white male." And I'm like, dude, you are whiter than anybody ever met in my life, or not met, but seen on TV. And then you have all these freaking, once again, these Antifa members. Oh, and that's a part of the plan, the divide in our country. It's basically in the Bible too. It's a division. That's what we're dealing with every day, and this false propaganda that's being pumped in the minds of these children.
Brother
You hear people say,
brother.
yeah, and Vern just took off, but you hear people say, "I put my kid through college. He went in as a conservative, and he came out as a far left libertarian." You know what I mean? Dressed in skinny jeans, all glittered up, stinking like whatever the hell they smell like. I don't know, but that's what's going
Well,
through.
The Bible says there will be no inheritance in the kingdom for a thief, for sexual immoral. There will be no. You can't be. There's your sorceries, which is pharmakia. You can't get into heaven for what it says. Effeminate. Feminist, what do you think that is? It's wearing skinny jeans, dudes dressing like chicks, chicks dressing like dudes. I mean, the stuff is exactly what the Bible has said. And it says brother against brother, mother against daughter, son against father. This is what we're dealing with. The divide is more than just black and white. They're putting male against female, sex preference against sex preference. Or you're gay, you're straight. Let's fight. If if you're black, you're white. Let's fight. If you're a male or female, let's fight.
Well, I haven't done this yet on the channel, not to cut you off. Now, okay, Vern, that's what I love about this channel. Once again, we have believers, non-believers. We have people, you're not an atheist by no means, are you, Vern?
Nope.
Now, I got to use the restroom again because of coffee. But in your culture, which should be a lot of my culture as well because of my Native American history. Now, have you ever learned anything in the Native American culture? Actually, the Native culture, right? Because that was before even Christopher Columbus actually didn't freaking wash up on the shores of the United States. But when they came back, what are your beliefs? Do you believe in end times in a different type of look? You know what I mean? Or do you think that this world?
The way I understood it is a great plague will come upon the earth that will wipe off the people who are not of the earth. It will wipe off Mother Nature, the vermin off Mother Nature, off our Mother Earth. So, exactly. With the way they say it, it could be, and you guys might take this the wrong way, but it could be anyone who speaks out against Mother Nature, anyone who, it could be not only the Satanists, it could be the Muslims, it could be any other thing. It just the way it is, it leaves it wide open. It don't condemn any group, and they are all about loving and sharing the earth.
But do you see the form of prophecy from what you've learned that basically we're going to be wiped off the face of the earth? Does that make sense to you?
Only certain groups are going to be faced off. Right.
Okay. Well, and that's why I wanted to hear your take. And
I was also taught we don't speak much about our religion because we've been damned for it before, we've been shunned for it before, and everything else. And when
just like Christianity right now.
Right. When everybody first came here,
Mm-hmm.
what was the first thing they did? Oh, they're savages. We got to change their way of thinking. So now it's more, I mean, they are opening up more with being able to go to the powwows, but you're not seeing the actual rituals. You're seeing some of the dances and stuff, and that's the end of what you're going to see. You ain't going to see how it's actually like when I feel like I'm in a bad place. When I was back home, I had a set of ledges I went on and sat on. I went and got back into nature. Yeah.
And Vern, so Native America here did no. Did are they having pandemics now? Did they get the flu now?
Oh, they get it, dude. They get it. We get it worse than anybody.
Of course,
smallpox. You were the first one to. Not to cut you off. I know you're getting pissed off. I hate when people do this to me, but Watchman, you even said, I watched that video of you. I'm not taking credit for it. You said the Native Americans and American stuff never had smallpox, never had the flu, didn't this, and that was back then was a form.
The Native Americans are the most ferocious warriors on the planet over ancient Russia, over ancient China. Historians will tell you they were giants. The Native Americans used to be the giants. That's why the bones are in the mounds of America. They are huge. They have a 14-year-old girl that was almost 7 foot tall.
Right. 14-year-old. That's actually up in the Northwest. And if you look back into maps from back before Columbus even landed, we had maps of America. There was a certain area. It said, "Do not enter, land of the giants." The Native Americans didn't go there. They didn't come here.
Here's the proof, though.
Exactly. The proof is being hidden. It's being hidden.
What is it called in the Bible? The giant people. Somebody help me out. It's in the Bible. Yeah. There you go. There you go. So those two things, the Native American beliefs, and those kind of go hand in hand with some things. Guys, real quick, look, so I'm not rude. Folks, everybody support these guys. I don't have a channel. I don't do this. I get on here, me and Vern, we all talk and communicate to try to figure out what's going on. Support these guys. I got family chores to take care of, and I'll come back and listen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're a part of this family, so don't say you don't have a channel. You're part of this family.
Well, we get on here and yin yang and figure out problems. But support these guys. Do what you can. Give them info. Help them. And, again, y'all just be prepared and try to be open-minded. And we'll be back on here. Y'all have a great day.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do is nobody sees this right here. If somebody can find a way, we've talked about it before when it comes to D-Couch, alarming news. If she please put your good to see you. This is like we used to always do. PayPal account. Now, D, I'm going to bring you right up, D, and I'm going to pray for you as well. Now, I used to call D Cooch for a long time, but D Couch says, "Hey, Justin and family, I saw the comment last night. Now, her husband is suffering from hepatitis C and cirrhosis. Okay. Now, her husband means the world to her, and she's been in and out of the ER with him. And it says, "Hey, Justin and family, say a prayer for my husband. He's in the hospital. Thank you. I gotta go back to the hospital.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Psalms 91. D Cooch, if you know the link to your PayPal, because we've been trying so hard when it comes to, I mean, this is how live stream happens. You know, we're on target, and then something comes in. Our brothers and sisters in Christ. If you can throw your PayPal link up, which would be fantastic, because once again, this is the last chance, last opportunity that we have with Brother Raul. We're trying to get these meds to D. D, you know, she's got the okay and the tear in her eye. I would love for her to be able to put the PayPal link to her PayPal so she can actually buy some herbs. You never know. You don't look for it, find it, D. By the time I come back from doing another potty trip, D has been a huge supporter of this channel, huge from the rip, you know, and she's terrified of losing her husband. You know, we all make mistakes in our lives, but when it comes to, the last time she talked about her husband looked like he was 9 months pregnant. Now he's back in the hospital. But I ask you all to pray. D, can you put your husband's first name in the? Actually, you really don't have to. But when it comes to, because God knows where the prayers are being directed. But if you can put your husband's first name in the chat, um, and if you can find that PayPal account, I want that PayPal account, which we've done a lot for Brother Michael. We've done a lot for Sister Sandy K, Wounded Warrior. Okay, Brother Greg. I ask all y'all to pray for Brother Greg. But once again, like I've said before, please pray for D, because if the time comes when the Lord, no matter what, says it's time for you to come home, Greg, Dee's going to be left on this earth by herself without her husband. Yes, she'll have family, she'll have us and stuff. It's not the same. So I pray if that does happen, that our Heavenly Father gives Dee the strength to continue to move on and to to share stories about her husband. And, never, like the old saying, never forget. But if you could put that PayPal link, and I'm asking people that are here, if you could send $5, $2, $3, it doesn't go to me. And if you watch it back in the link, Raul says it's going to be about 120 to 140. But guess what? If it works, then guess what? She gets to spend another year or two on this earth with her husband. If it doesn't work, it was worth the shot. It's all up to God. So I'll wait till she puts that in the chat. And as soon as you put that in the chat, we'll talk more about it there, D. And once again, prayers for Brother Greg. D, you've been a part of this channel for so long, and we love you. We love you very much. You're always funny. You're always cracking us up. And the least we could do is, throw $1 or $2 each person that can into your PayPal, and if that makes sense to anybody. So that's how we roll here. And I know she's going through it, and I know he's going through it, and we just pray for his soul. And you know what? Sometimes God works in mysterious ways. You know what? He brings Dee's husband comes down. Boom! It's a form of fellowship and bringing people together to show how powerful God is. He's not powerful because we give him money. This isn't Pastor Paul Begley, but the power of prayer and the power of God's medicines are herbs, just like in the Indian, like your beliefs, Vern. When it comes to Native Americans, herbs that heal, that save. You know what I mean?
Yes,
not
absolutely.
Not pharmaceuticals, not pharmacia, this and that. So, real quick, I'm going to throw Watchman on. Hey, Watchman, I want to say a prayer, but I don't want to right off the rip. But I'm going to go use the restroom again. Actually, I'll just put it all up. So there's Vern, everybody.
Share that link right here that I got going on. This is about the Native Americans. They call them the Clovis people.
Before you guys jump on that,
yeah, go ahead, Vern.
I actually sat here and stayed quiet through a lot of the things you guys were talking about earlier, and I couldn't finish what I was going to say. Now, with the red flag laws, people, trust me, I've watched how it works, and I've witnessed how it happens. Who is it? Cops. We just got a phone call. Open up. Don't want to. And I'm telling you now, he had about 14 cop cars around his house. What's it about? Your girlfriend just called us and told us there's a problem, domestic problem. You have to hand over your guns.
Red flag, weaponized.
Boom, buddies. They kicked his door in and took his guns, brought him out in cuffs because they got in an argument. His girlfriend called, and boom, red flag law in effect. That's how it is. It's used 5 out of 7 times here in Florida by an ex-spouse or a spouse that is mad at the person.
Right. Absolutely.
Now this dude, he lost all of his rights to his guns and everything until it's all taken care of. And I'm telling you, it was worse than any drug bust I've seen down here.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I said, it's weaponized. And so we're going to find out that this coronavirus, they're going to find a way to weaponize it.
Well, and with that, that's the other thing I was going to bring up is I've had an article on my phone for about 45 minutes now.
Yeah, I'm about to pee my pants. Can you wait till I get back?
Yep.
All right.
I gotta open it back up because I've been doing other things too. Yeah, did you see right where all the hundreds of animals around Wuhan are dropped dead from the pesticides and everything they're spraying?
Yeah, they're burning them too. For some reason, they got to burn the dead bodies, but it's just the flu.
Well, now here's my thought on the burning the dead bodies. Remember way back, Black Plague and all that stuff, they burnt the body.
It also could be a cremation ceremony. Don't forget, guys.
But, I ain't going into that. Just this one thing. Listen to this. They found the Black Plague on Antarctica.
Yeah, really?
All right, hold on. They burnt the bodies. These bodies that they burned were not near Antarctica. Did burning the bodies put it in the atmosphere and
could have been, or it's preserved over there in the ice. They could have took it and then formed this with it.
Well, no, they actually found forms of coronavirus in Tibet too in the ice caps there when they were digging.
Jeez.
They found forms of SARS virus that we've never seen. Anthrax is in the ice in Tibet. As these glaciers are melting, they're finding more and more and more of ancient viruses.
Oh, but you're right. They are melting and melting and melting. The one big major ice cap just fell into the ocean. Did our sea level rise? No. Are we all going to die 8 years instead of 10 now? No, it's a freaking lie, man. The largest ice cap just went off.
What do you think of that with people not being down there and these plagues and viruses that they're finding there making their way there? How'd they get there? If people weren't there,
because people were there.
Well, yeah, we both kind of figured that, but with history saying they weren't there, would it lead you to think that okay, they're burning the body and somehow some of the virus is in the smoke that's going through everything? Is it another way of spreading it around the world?
Yes. And why can't you just go there and take a trip? Why can't you just book a flight to go to Antarctica and go exploring, go adventuring without having to sign all kinds of documents?
Because they don't want us to see what Admiral Byrd found.
It's ridiculous. Isn't it the largest landmass? It's bigger than any other continent, isn't it?
Yep.
So we can't get access to most of the land in the world.
There's only one area that they allow the cruise ships to go to, and all it is, you get off the boat, you hang out with the penguins, have your picture taken, get back on the boat, and you're gone.
And look, another thing, didn't you know there was 10 points all over the world that are like the Bermuda Triangle? And why is it the Bermuda Triangle?
Oh, wait. Do you know where the Bermuda Triangle is now?
No.
Jacksonville. It is
really?
Migrated. It's up towards Jacksonville, Florida now. So it has migrated from its original place, and it's up more north now. And I think that has to do with magnetic North Pole drifting the way it has been.
Yes, it does. And all the crap that we keep using, the electromagnetic frequencies, definitely. I mean, that's what we got is an electromagnetic field around Earth.
But yeah, with this,
they tell us that's what keeps us in orbit and keeps us holding spot.
Yeah. But now with this, I don't know if you guys covered it or not, but the untraceable coronavirus clusters emerge outside Asia, worrying health officials. Untraceable clusters of people with coronavirus migrating around the world.
That's why. That's what I keep saying. How come this is untraceable? How come they can't find out where it happened? South Korea's blowed up off the map now. They're going to be the next China, you guys.
Yeah, that's
and
what they're saying.
it originated where?
Wuhan.
Nowhere. No, they can't prove that it came from Wuhan. That nurse and that one thing I showed on my channel the other day, they don't know how it happened. It was a married couple. The husband gave it to his wife. We don't know where it originated from. Well, then, but the government is taking measures to find out where it has originated. Okay, government's going to help us all.
We all know that it formed in that place in Wuhan. It was a bioweapon test. It leaked out, or they trickled a little bit out to test it, and it took effect more than they were expecting. But either way, it went rampant and out of control.
And now they're either releasing it in places, but that one Chinese kid, man, I'm telling you, from Wuhan, he went in his basement. He's been live like every other day. He showed the flights, you guys. Okay, leaving Wuhan and the Hubei province. Thousands of people came to the United States. They went to South Korea. He said, bye-bye, South Korea.
Yeah, hundreds of thousands escaped. Even after the quarantine, hundreds of thousands of people have escaped Wuhan. And they think that's the untraceables they're talking about. They have no clue where they went. The untraceable groups. Where did these hundreds of thousands of people go? They could have gone to another place, jumped on a plane, and zipped someplace else in the world.
The thing is I'm telling you, with this chopper activity, seeing them choppers yesterday, it's no doubt that they were going northwest from the southeast. There's only one thing. There's 2 locations southeast from where I live. Now there's other states and everything, but 2 major ones. We have Oak Ridge Military Base, and then we have the Center for Disease Control and Prevention headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. These are the only things that I would see having not just military, but these military cargo choppers. No one else would have them unless they were coming from down south from Florida or another Georgia base.
All right, I got
the only thing that's in between.
I got to cut you all off. I don't understand.
I got to go.
All right. Well, D, I know you got to go. I'm just saying, D, I typed in the PayPal link. I was going to send you some money, and it's not popping up. Do you have a email address that's linked to your PayPal account?
Love you guys.
Much love, brother. I'll talk to you. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
You're fine.
Sometimes, like you say, God works in mysterious ways. I have that one, Brother Mitchell. That's right.
Well, see, I'm not going to type it in. I'm going to go on my phone and literally click the link that they shared.
They shared a link?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That'll be way easier.
And it goes straight to her.
Does it?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to do that right now.
Mitchell has it. Everyone consider helping Sister D in that PayPal account. You click on it and it goes straight to it.
Okay. That's the difference between being on my phone and not being live. Once again, to people that are coming in, now Raul's having trouble with his PayPal, whatever. Dee's husband is currently in the hospital suffering from Hep C and cirrhosis. And I'm a strong believer in what Raul says. Raul doesn't make money off this stuff. He breaks even, but I'm a strong believer in what Raul says. So if y'all could grab that link or whatever, if you just want to donate $2, $3, etc., that would be phenomenal. Because I think we're trying to push $110 or $120 that would cover. There it is, bam. That would cover his the shipping, and Raul saved. Well, D, we know your name, Diane. All right. Oh, I gotta type in my email.
But yeah, perfect society. That's what I was talking about. Them glaciers in Tibet. 28 never seen before virus groups from the glaciers melting in Tibet.
All right, not to be. I don't want to. I want to stay on this topic real quick. Sending to D. US dollars. Yes, of course. Of course. All right. I put $20. Not. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure this out. It doesn't make no sense.
Brought you real Wuhan egg rolls.
Oh, real Wuhan egg rolls. All right. Thank you. All right, go ahead. You know what? Let's try for later on. For if anybody sees Dee's PayPal account, if y'all can send $2, $3, $4, so she can have the money to send to Raul. Raul doesn't have the money either, and his herbs are definitely life healing. A lot of people jump out like, "Oh, no, they just want money." No, this is to help try to save her husband's life, and that's what this is supposed to be about. That's what, just like Vern, when you talked about getting a computer, even though we only raised $35 in super chats that went to you to go to your computer. I mean, it wasn't much, but $100 and some odd dollars, and I can't even get it to go through. It keeps telling me $100, $103. I must have typed it in wrong. But now you have D, who is a huge part of this family, and I'm not putting up my PayPal account. I'm not putting up Vern's, nothing. Putting up D's, and if you do come in the archives, you see this, and once again, Dee's husband suffering from Hep C and cirrhosis. That doesn't always mean that you're drinking, you're drunk, this and that. No, you can get all liver. You know how many people died of cirrhosis of the liver who never even took a sip of alcohol each year? Or same with Hep C. PayPal charges a fee. Yeah, anywhere from 30 cents to $1.50. Angela, I mean, that's the only option that she has right now. So when I get off here, I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to do this, because this is why they're telling me 130. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, last thing I sent through PayPal cost me $7.50.
It must have been a decent fee, because I've sent $200, $300, $400 to my daughter.
$250, $7.50 now. New PayPal thing.
Okay, well, if anybody feels it in their heart to send,
they're charging more of a percentage, just like they're charging more of a percentage for you to get your money if you send it to a debit card.
All right, we got 53 in the house. 52 now is dropping, but out of that 52, if 30 of them decided to send $10, right there's 300. Okay, and the herbs are only 120. 230. That's with having to mail the herbs to Hawaii. So this is not what we do here. I have cash, but I can only try to help Sister D. My grandfather passed. You don't have to. I'm just asking people that do. Um,
Well, no, he's saying he has cash. He can't do PayPal, so he's got to figure out a way to send money, to send actual cash or whatchamacallit to D.
okay, well, that's awesome too. Kelly Boo says they only charge me 88 cents to send $20 now.
Yep, that was just now.
Yeah. So, anyways, once again, Brother Mitchell put up Dee's PayPal account. You come and see this. It'll give her the opportunity to send a check, or once Raul. I mean, come on now. Not big.
Mitchell's asking if she has a PO box.
That's a good question. D, do you have a PO box by chance? Because I know you don't want to put your address out. Locked and loaded. Can I join the stream? Dude, we're talking about trying to raise money for D real quick. Every time you come on, you want to join the stream. I'm not being mean, but
Diane Blue got charged
$1.15 for a gift. Well, you know what?
Well, they're just letting people know that.
No, I was saying,
yeah.
I'm thankful and grateful, and you were willing to. They took $1.15 out to send it, but I just think it would be amazing to help Dee, who's always been a part of this channel, help her husband, because I know how scary it is. Like when I lost my brother, and just like you, Vern, you talked about a computer. Everybody threw in.
Yep.
This isn't freaking Paul Begley. Send me $100 and you'll get a brand new Lamborghini. That crap. So
send me $400 and I'll shave my head bald. I'll look like AB.
I'll send you $4.
Yeah, right. That ain't even worth me starting my buzzers up. My clip is.
No, it just breaks my heart that I got that text or that comment. Like I said, when I go through live streams and then I see, DB's been at the ER with her husband. She doesn't want to lose her husband. Like AMTV, no, that's not what we're like. Okay, that's from Rick. No.
Yeah, he's talking about Paul Begley, AMTV, all these idiots.
Mm-hmm. I know how it feels, what it feels like. I lost my husband 2 years ago, Diane Blue. Yes, and I still remember that story. That's terrible, and it's hard. And DB is, like I said, she's she lives in Hawaii. She's been a huge part of this channel for so long. Never asked for a penny. Never, ever, 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 ever asked for a penny. Not once. And I just, I really wanted to make a special fundraiser for her. And it just came. I saw her. It's kind of like we're running out of time. So if anybody even has it in their heart, even, $4, it adds up. And I mean, look at that. Everybody's dropping. Now it's down to 46. We had 80 in the house. I'm not, this isn't a televangelist. Send your money and you'll get a Ferrari or a new boat. And this is how they usually do it. I see somebody out there in the chat. I can feel it. Somebody out there that's watching. Their ankle's a little bit sore. Oh, wait. Somebody is watching right now and their back is a little tender. Or maybe their jaw is a little sore. You have a sore throat. Send me $2,000 and I'll heal you. I guarantee you just what I said. There's somebody that's watching and listening. Their ankle hurts. They got a sore throat. Their back's a little sore. Mine is too. It's a bunch of garbage. But, yeah, those people are BS people. Exactly. We'll do it together. Exactly. DB, I hope that let's matter of fact, the only reason why I say this, I feel terrible like we're running out of time. I'm gonna have to talk Raul into going ahead. DB, if you can text me your address so I can give it to Raul, and then I'll just send him the money right out of my pocket. Hold on. We're not PayPal panhandlers here at all. Considering helping, there you go. Consider helping. Yeah, I'm gonna put then I'll put that back up. $2, $3. You know, you go if you can do it, that would be fantastic. Tree Lynn said bye. Did you get upset because we were asking? Colon and mouth here. The way I look at it, if we lose subscribers for trying to help save somebody's life and not put money in someone's pocket, then that's what happens here. You know, take care of yourself. And you know what? Money has value, but prayers are priceless. You don't have to send money, but if you agree to pray for Sister D's husband, that's what it's all about. But don't get upset and be like, oh, screw this channel. I'm unsubscribing because they're asking for $2 or $3. Go on Pastor Paul Bagley. He's got 2,000 or 3,000 people. And he says, well, if you send money right now, we'll read your prayer online and we'll take you to the prayer wall in Israel. Guess what he did? When everybody paid all that money to have their prayers put in the prayer wall, he left the prayers back at the hotel. He said he wasn't allowed to bring them. But people pay. He makes, they give their tithing, I think, every week on Sunday. Sometimes it pushes $5,000 to $8,000 a month. We're asking less than $120 to everybody to be able to have the chance to have Raul send the money to DB and hopefully save her husband. I'm not begging. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate that. If we lose a few, we gain a bunch, brothers. Absolutely. My back is sore. Yeah, exactly. There you go, Kelly. I knew there was somebody out there with a sore back. So go ahead and send me $2,000, and you will be. The Lord will. He will go ahead and fill you with abundance. He might buy you a new car. Yada yada yada. You know, Paul is a wolf in sheep's clothing, in my opinion. Absolutely, that's how I feel. In the beginning, I used to love watching Pastor Paul Begley until he got too hungry. He has helped me heal my coughing. Yeah, Raul has. I remember that. Biblical Ways, Little Smiley. You know, he just gave you what he did for my daughters when my daughter got the flu a couple years ago. A very bad strand of the flu. She had a fever, a cough, snot, you name it. And Raul wasn't far from her, and I called him. I mean, I was like scared, in tears. First thing he did was jump in his van. He took his this mixture of herbs, Vern, and he went and dropped it off. She made a tea. She took that tea for a day and a half, and then she was completely fine. She didn't have to go through the 7 days or the 10 days of pure hell, and she was healed. You know, so.
Well, that's when I was a kid. There was a cough medicine. It was Dr. McGillicuddy's, and you can't get it anymore. It was made up of nothing but natural herbs.
You know why? Big Pharma doesn't make money off of sick people or healthy people. They make money off of sick people.
But yeah, that was back in the 70s, I think it was. We always had a bottle or two of that at the house.
Right. Well, yeah, I've never even heard of it, but anyways, before I get off here, I know everybody jumped off, and then we lost a lot of people that were in the channel, and they're probably thinking, oh, he just wants money. That's not my PayPal account. All right. That's not Vern's PayPal account. that is Sister D's PayPal account. And if you all choose, once again, I'll put it up here, that you want to donate to her account, and then she can go ahead and send it to Raul because he's having trouble getting it linked up. Or, see, this is what Raul does. If you promise, hey, I'm going to send you a money order or a check, he will go ahead and send it out. And by that time, when they cross paths, the herbs show up. And if it works, this is God's medicine. This is what Raul teaches. If it works, then guess what? Dee doesn't have to stand there and watch her husband die. She doesn't have to go into the morgue. She doesn't have to stand there and either bury her husband or bring home his ashes. She gets to spend a couple more years with her husband. It's a scam.
I know. I just saw that.
Well, you know what? If you believe it's a scam, you know what? You're a troll, and I'll put you right up there. And you know what? I feel sorry for you there, Wendy Wexler Wilson. You're definitely a troll when you put that there. It's a scam. I pray to God that you don't get sick one day and that you rely on people to help you, even with the coronavirus. People like you, trolls that are filled with hatred and don't believe people and think it's a scam. Now, are we on here saying, hey, can we have $50,000, this and that? No, $2, $3, $4, $5 tops per person. So, Wandy, West, yeah, you got trolls smeared all over you. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, look her picture. Ain't there her picture when
it's a cartoon of something off of SpongeBob.
Yeah, it's when they were picking on Aquaman.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. You thought you were going to come in here and upset us and make us upset, this and that. And when we put you right up there, we made you famous. Trolls don't bother us. You can suck a big fat one, but I hope and pray that you don't get sick. If you're a child, if you're a full-grown adult, it is what it is. So I'm sorry. I'm going to have to take your stupid comment, and then I'm going to go ahead and put there's Raul's Gmail, so you can get a hold of him YouTube channel.
I'll be right back.
You are trying to get money out of people. You are profiting off tragedy. Yeah. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me talk to Stupid real quick. All right. Wandy's Stupid. If I was trying to get money off of people, I would have put in my PayPal account. I would have put in a Cash App account or something that went to me, not something that's going all the way to Hawaii for Sister D to help save her husband. That's only $100 and some dollars. Okay. So you are trying to get money out of people. I'm a prophet of tragedy. All right. You're just showing your pure ignorance because I make my own money. So, anyways, so sometimes we got to leave stuff up here just to show you how ignorant people can be. And, trolls go kick rocks. There you go. Karma. Kick rocks. Maybe you're jealous because nobody's putting something up for you. Hey, maybe, you know what? All right. If you want, we're going to do a fundraiser for you, Wanda Wexler Wilson. We're going to do a fundraiser for you for being so stupid and naive and hateful. So that'd be I lost your voice there, Vern.
Oh, I'm talking to someone.
Do what?
I'm talking to one of my neighbors who came in quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, I know. Rick's saying eject. What the hell? The only reason why I'm not is the only reason why I put these trolls up here is to show how heartless people can be and how ignorant they can be. Like I said, this is not Justin, or this is not Justin does what he needs, sent me a check. Well, everybody raised the money for you, Brother Michael, and you took your driving test, you scored big, bada boom, bada bing. That's what we do here. And we haven't been doing it as much, but anyways, I hope and pray, D, that you do get the money that you need. And you know what? Just because of this troll here, tomorrow morning, I'm going to go ahead and if any of y'all want to join, we're going to go do a fundraiser for Dee's husband. And, people say, okay, it's 120 or it's $130. Well, if some people decide to give $20 and it goes over the limit, guess what that's going to help? That's going to help D with gas money back and forth, bus money back and forth, whatever, Ask Papa Soros for more money. There you go. Yeah, the little troll. There you go. Ask Papa Soros for more money. Antifa, glitter snorting, Play-Doh eating, whiteout huffing, paste eating piece of garbage, with your Teletubbies, your Pokemon cards, your Nintendo, PlayStation, whatever. Do what you do. But we don't care here. We're here about helping our brothers and sisters. Mr. Chow's back in the house just as I'm getting ready to jump off here. Mr. Chow, much love to you. Glad to see you're still alive, that the Chinese government hasn't come and chopped you up into little pieces. Ask Papa Soros for more money. Oh, I already read that. A little breathing money. Hope you expose my troll. I will in time their biblical ways. Right now, I'm focused on what's going on in the world with this coronavirus. I'm really concerned about D. I know when her husband passes, if he's right with God, he's going to the right place. But my fear is D. When it comes to Sister D, my fear is she's going to when I lost my brother, it was the most devastating thing in the world. I haven't lost, I lost my mom. That's my biggest fear. And if there's a small chance that these herbs could heal Dee's husband or even buy him another 6 months, is it worth $100 and some? Could you imagine if somebody says you're going to die today if you're afraid of death, but you can pay $120 and you can live another 6 months? Would you pay it? Me personally, I wouldn't, because as soon as I get off of this rock, this evil rock we call Earth, I'm ready to ride out. But it's people like me, it's people like Vern, it's people like Jesse Wessel, Kelly, Foot Soldier, everybody that wants to keep their loved ones around for themselves and spend more time. That's what it's all about. So anyways, to all you trolls that are offended and you got off, actually just jumped up to 51. If you just jumped in, I'm sure you're trolls. I'll say it one more time and I'm getting off here. I got to find Brother Mitchell's. Okay, we have D Couch, who I used to call D Cooch for a long time because I can't spell. Her husband right now is in the ER suffering from hepatitis C and cirrhosis of the liver. If you go to Raoul's channel, he's helped two of his friends that had cirrhosis or hep C. And so if you're feeling it in your heart to give $2, $3, I'm not Pastor Paul Begley. Once again, go ahead and send 10%, this and that, and God will hear your prayers. We'll put it in the chest. You know what? You don't have to pay a penny, and God hears our prayers. Okay, so that's what I call a prosperity preacher. Pastor Paul usually didn't used to talk that way, but every Sunday he's like, go ahead and give your tithes and more, and then he reads what people's prayers are. How come I just can't say, hey God, hey, it's me, Justin, aka Locked and Loaded. Can you protect my wife? Can you protect my daughter? Can you protect my son? This and that. I got to pay for it? No. So what we're doing here is we're asking people, if you have a couple dollars, if you want to put it on Sister D's PayPal account. Then she can get a money order and she can send it to Raul. As soon as Raul knows it's coming, he'll send the herbs. But Raul can't just give stuff away for free because he's struggling too. So, anyways, much love to everybody, and sorry, Vern, you got something to say before I take off?
Yeah, stay safe, stay alert, and always do things the way they work best for you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And nope, sadly he's changed. I keep him in my I keep him in my prayers too as well. So, anyways, I just want to tell everybody thank you, and Brother Mitchell, thank you for bringing up that the link. And Foot Soldier, thumbs up to you. And like I said, donations are great, but prayers are priceless. And if you got $2-3 to spare, then please, I'm not begging you, but do what's right. Would you rather give money to somebody that's got gold rings all over his hands, has his own coffee, goes to Hawaii, goes to all these different places, or would you like to send a little bit of money to a sister that's been a part of this channel since the rip to try to save her husband's life? That's all I'm saying. Much love. Fear no man, never fear death. Get right with God. Fight the good fight, and always stay locked and loaded. God bless you, Sister D, and your husband. Much love. Later.